There you go. Okay. Well, hello, everyone, and good evening. I am Reverend Janet Reynolds, and Blue Feather is my God. I am a spirit medium, psychic, and Blue Feather has been with me for a long time. And let me say this: welcome to Insight with Blue Feather. And I have a beautiful guest with me tonight that I want to introduce to everyone in about 1 minute. But what I would like to say is if anybody ever has any questions, all they need to do is email me at janet@bluefeather.net. And then please go out to my webpage, which is www.bluefeather.net, and you can learn quite a bit about me. But I have been around for quite a while as a spirit medium. I would say a good 30 years, and I have been working it for 20. I'm also an ordained minister. So if there's anything that I can help anybody with, please get a hold of me. And my phone number is 813-814-1601. And if you have any questions tonight in our show, please do call me at 813-814-1601. Now, I would like very much to introduce my guest tonight, who happens just to be Kristen Silck. And she is the manager at the metaphysical shop called the Bodhi Tree. And I am working at the Bodhi Tree on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays of every week from 1 to 6. And she is my manager. She is an upbeat and cheery Virgo, which I just happen to be a Virgo, with wisdom and light to share. Crystals are her specialty, but she is a jack of all trades, and she's very, very creative. So please know that. She makes wire wrap crystal jewelry and other art as well. Now, Kristen, please come in and say hello, and how are you tonight?
Hi, hello everyone. I'm so excited to be here. I'm doing great. Super happy, super excited. Yay. How are you?
Well, I'm almost super excited. I'm almost there. Okay. It was a good day today. I worked today. Kristen was there today. And the thing that I liked the most that when I walked in was to see everything decorated, or a lot of things decorated in red for Valentine's Day. Plus she had hearts all over the place. So Kristen, I was glad to see that. So what gave you that idea?
Well, we really didn't have any decorations for Valentine's Day in the store, so got a budget, ran to the dollar store, and I just got a bunch of stuff. I didn't want to get anything that was, too cheesy, but I wanted everything to look elegant and nice and have a lot of love energy in the air.
Mm-hmm. And it was, the red was really pretty. There was red hearts in there, and what do we call the red that was wrapped around everything? What do we call
the
that?
garland.
Yes, thank you. You know what happens when you get older, you can't remember everything. But the garland is what I like the most, but the hearts were nice. So now please tell me, what is it like being a manager at a crystal shop, mixing spirituality with business?
There's always kind of a bit of a moral conflict there, because when you're spreading knowledge like that and truth, but you're also selling things and, commercializing and profitizing off of things of a spiritual manner, like metaphysical tools, there can kind of be a moral conflict, because, we want to just be able to just give people these things. We want to just be able to give everything to everybody, enlighten everybody as best we can.
Mm-hmm.
But what I've really come to realize is that, when people come into the store, it is an energy exchange. That's what, purchases are. Transactions, they are exchanges of energy. We work hard for our money, and what we do with it is our choice. That's what we're putting our energy into. So it makes me really happy, actually, to see people coming into the store And, even if they don't get anything, even if they don't buy a single thing, if I can teach somebody something, if they learn something, even if they just see something, read a card and go, "Oh, that's pretty cool. Maybe I'll look into that." Yeah, that's a win. That's an energy exchange that I am extremely happy about. So,
Yes, and we do. Some days it's really very, very crowded, and some days it can be slow, but everybody so far, I have been working there since I think May of last year. And everybody that comes in talks about our energy, and then they also talk about our smell in the room, how and it's just such a nice feeling. So that has quite a bit to do with all of the crystals and just everything that's in there. But tell us not just crystals, tell us a couple other things that are there.
oh, well, we have a wide variety of smudging tools. We have a whole herb garden. Our herbs are all packaged in house, so they're all natural. They're all organic. We don't have anything fake in our store. It's all real. It's all good. It's all mom and pop shop vibes. So we have a ton of different kinds of sages. A lot of people think sage is sage, but we have white sage, blue sage, yerba santa, rosemary sage, juniper sage, eucalyptus sage, crown white sage. There's a million different types, and they all do different things. So it's really cool to be able to come in and get, exactly what you need.
Mm-hmm.
With the herbs, especially, there's so many different things you can do with them. You can burn them, you can make tea with them because, they aren't organic, they aren't natural. You can consume them, but also, do the research, make sure you're not allergic to anything or anything like that. Uh, but it's really cool. We have a lot of natural items. We also have incense.
I was just going to ask you,
Yeah.
please tell us about the incense, but you beat me to it, so go for it.
Oh, we have so many incense. Let me tell you, we have a whole wall of incense. The front is all the incense sticks, and then the back is all the cones, and it's just full. We have a ton of different types of burners, normal burners, coffin burners, backflow burners. And the backflow ones are really cool. You use the cones, and they're like the smoke waterfalls. So those look really, really cool, very aesthetically pleasing. Really good for some feng shui in your house. Um, There's a lot of tarot decks and books for all of your kind of.
That also the wall covers. I call them wall covers. Now you tell us please what they are.
Oh yes, the tapestries. These are really popular because they're kind of very multi-purpose. You could use them to hang on your wall, like the one I have behind me here. I've seen people use them as beach blankets, regular blankets. I've even seen people wear them as
Mm-hmm.
scarves.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bold fashion choice, but I'm not gonna judge anyone.
No, it's all in what you do and how you want to do it. And I really feel that the wall covers are beautiful. I love the one where she's sitting there meditating and you can see all the chakras. The one that was blue when
Oh
you
yeah.
come in.
Mhm.
So that one, but it fascinates me how many different people come in and buy the wall covers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a bit. And then with the incense also, a lot of people get the different odors. And I personally love the sage.
Mm.
So, but the incense is good. And sometimes I'm sure that's what people are speaking about when they say, when they come in and say how nice it smells in there.
Mhm.
It's even though nothing is lit, it still has a great odor to it. So now let me ask you this, Kristen. Why should people get into crystals?
I always recommend crystals to people kind of starting their spiritual journey. Crystals are something that you can hold in your hand that you can feel. And especially for people kind of just getting into this stuff, like kind of tuning in to feeling energy, to being open and sensitive to energy. Crystals are a really great way to do that because when you hold different crystals, they all have different energies and you can feel that shift between energies. And
Mm-hmm.
especially when you're really trying to tune in, you can actually feel it. So it's something that, a lot of people I kind of see it as like a converter almost. Like once they start to actually feel the energies and think like, oh wow, like I actually feel something here. Maybe this isn't all hocus pocus.
Mm-mm. No, but you know what? A lot of even young children come in, which fascinates me, and they pick up the crystal so that they can feel the energy, but they really know a lot about it, some of them also. So, I mean, it's really, I love the crystals. So now I'll just say, let's take a couple of the stones, like rose quartz. What is rose quartz for?
Rose quartz is a universal love stone, so it's the perfect stone to bring in if you want to activate your heart chakra or to charge it, cleanse it, remove any blockages from it. It also is good for bringing in feelings of self-love. So if you kind of struggle with your self-esteem or your confidence, get a rose quartz, girl. Like you will love yourself. It also
Yes.
to attract love if that's your intention. It's just an overall perfect love stone.
Hmm. And it's really a beautiful stone, and I have a lot of rose quartz in the house. Okay, so now, what was it that you showed me this morning? Was it soda light? Am I saying that right? What was it? The ones
Oh,
that are
selenite.
gonna, huh?
Yes, selenite.
Selenite. There you go,
Mhm.
selenite. Tell us about selenite.
Selenite is a cleansing crystal, so it's kind of like hitting the reset button on your energy or whatever energy is in its energy field. So if
Hmm.
you place it around your crystals, it'll charge and cleanse your crystals. If you kind of wave it around yourself, you can cleanse your chakras with it. I love to cleanse and balance my chakras with selenite. Sometimes I'll kind of wave it around myself. We have like a few different wands here in my apartment, so I'll just grab one or two of those and kind of just woo. Sometimes if I have like a headache, I'll place a piece of selenite on my forehead. Goes away in like 10 minutes. So,
I'm
yeah.
going to have to remember that because
Mhm.
I don't have it now, but about 15 minutes ago I had one and now it's gone. So, and I do have selenite. I have 3 sticks in my carry bag with that I bring in every time I come in there to work, and I'll pull that out and put it to my head if I get a headache again and see what it does. That was a good suggestion, girl.
We're
So yeah, so we have selenite, we have rose quartz, we have tiger eye. I love tiger eye.
oh, Tiger Eye is a really cool one. Tiger Eye is all about grounding, it's about vitality, it's about survival. It's also about balance, though. It's also about balancing, like, say, the masculine and feminine. It's about balancing, being a child and being an adult, being responsible and being playful. So it's a really fun mix. And also just the way that it looks is beautiful. It has this gorgeous, like, iridescence to it.
Yeah,
Iridescence, and it's beautiful.
yeah.
Also, fun fact, it's magnetic because it has iron in it.
Oh, there you go.
So that's
That's good
pretty
to know.
cool.
Yeah, so that's good to know. Okay, well, let me ask you this, please. How do you think the internet and social media has affected people spiritually?
I first of all think it's honestly a really, really great way for spreading information, for, kind of waking people up because the internet is a resource that, we just recently got. So by having this like wide range of people that you can reach just in an instant is amazing. But with that, there's also a lot of misinformation out there. And so I think a lot of people who are relying on the internet for all of their spiritual knowledge can sometimes get, steered in the wrong direction. Like I see a lot of people coming in and they're asking questions because they see something on TikTok. And TikTok is a big one because there is a lot of misinformation on TikTok. People come in asking about moldavite and saying that, if they get a piece of moldavite, which is a type of crystal, a type of meteorite, actually, they're saying if they get a piece of moldavite that, their entire life is going to fall apart, like their significant other is going to break up with them, they're going to lose their job, they're going to fail out of school if they get this crystal. And because, they see that on TikTok, that's what people say. So they kind of exaggerate a lot of things. They're they're telling people to put hexes on Donald Trump and, not that he's
Oh,
the
no,
greatest
that's
guy in
not
the world,
good.
but you shouldn't be telling millions of people to put a hex on somebody because they actually do that, and that, can have a bad effect on somebody.
I'm sure that it can. In fact, I know that it can. But you know what? That's can I say station? That's the only station, or that's the only, what do we say, internet? I've not ever gone on TikTok. I know Instagram, I know Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, but I have never done TikTok. But isn't that new, TikTok?
Yeah, it's new, and it's been very controversial because, I mean, they say that in the terms and agreements, they're basically giving them permission to sell your information to China and all this stuff. So the US government was gonna shut it down and ban it from the US, but obviously that didn't happen because it's still huge.
Hmm.
But there's just a lot of nonsense on there, basically. A lot of people just dancing. There's a lot of good content. There's a lot of art on there, which I love. I love watching the art videos.
Hmm.
That's also a really great way to support, like small local artists because they are, posting their things on there. They can post their websites and kind of sell things off of that. But as for knowledge and information and spirituality, I would definitely not rely solely on the internet for that
Hmm.
information. Like get some books, meet some people, like join the community and get your
Right.
into the community because experiences are where that knowledge comes from.
Right. Yes. Now, speaking of creative, you make jewelry, am I correct?
I do. I actually started wire wrapping pretty recently, actually, but I've really, really kind of gone off with it. I've been doing it a lot and trying to open up my own shop. I'm in the process. I have an Instagram page at the moment. It is Sparkle and Silk, um, Sparkle underscore and underscore Silk,
Right.
last name Silk. Um, but yeah, I'm getting really excited about it. I'm actually wearing a couple of my pieces today.
I was going to say,
Mhm,
didn't you make those two pieces that you have?
mhm. I did.
Yes.
This one
And
is a labradorite,
uh-huh.
so you can kind of see in the light it shifts colors a little bit.
It's very, very pretty.
Mhm.
It's well done, both
Thank
of them.
you.
So now tell everyone once more how they can contact you for that.
So it's going to be on my Instagram. It's sparkle underscore and underscore silk. It's spelled Silck.
Okay.
It's spelled a little bit weird. And I can do custom orders if you want something that I've already done that you see posted on my Instagram page. I can duplicate that for you. Or if you have a stone that you just want to get wrapped, I can also do that. I can do like an intricate pattern or just something simple. And I'm new. I'm new at this. I'm starting up my career with this, my business. So I'm also very flexible on prices.
That's good to know, girl. That's good to know. But I do know some of the pieces that you have done. They're very nice. They really are. Now, let me ask you this, please. Do you think it's more difficult to be spiritual when you're young, or do you need to be older?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of tough because when you're young, you are a lot more open and to these energies. Like kids are very, very sensitive to energies. Like a lot of kids when they're young will see spirits or they'll have like
Mhm.
they'll have prophetic dreams or they'll just like be able to predict things. They'll get visions. And
Mhm.
kids are very susceptible to those energies. They're very open to it. But
Mhm.
also when you're a child, it's a lot of programming by, the education system, by your parents, they're raising you a certain way to believe a certain thing. And, you're a kid, you don't know any better, you go with that because
Right. Right.
you're learning. Yeah.
Do you
But
know? Go ahead. Oh, wait. Go ahead.
but when you get older, you have to start kind of deprogramming yourself and reprogramming the way that you want to believe and the way that you want to live.
Mhm.
Often when we kind of get to that place, we kind of just stay where we are because it's comfortable. It's kind of
Mhm.
harder to go out of our way and to open ourselves up again to those energies that we once closed ourselves off to. So
Right.
as a
You
kid,
know,
yeah,
a,
go
a
ahead.
lot of times parents stop the child from being spiritual. Sometimes it's because the parent is more afraid than the child is. So they put the fear in the child. But I will tell you this, my grandson, God love him, Joshua, he has, he knows that he can ask me any kind of question. And he knows all about blue feather. He really does. And he knows that I give readings, whether he understands that part of it, that's I'm not sure about that. But he called and asked me if there was a heaven. And he says that his friends told him there was no heaven. And he says, yeah, I believe in heaven. And so I said to him, I said, Joshua, look up at the clouds. And then I said, behind those clouds, there's heaven. I said, so don't worry about it. Yes, there is a heaven. So, and I just think that he's asked me several other questions. I just think that it's really special that he is able to ask me, but it's because my daughter does sort of tell him, but then she says, call Yaya. That's what they call me, Yaya, and let her explain it to you better. And when I told him about heaven, it made him happy because he let me know that he sincerely believes in it. And a friend of mine wrote a book about her twin daughter who died and went to heaven. And I did send that to him to read. And that gave him more clarification on heaven and how it exists. So, it's up to the parent, is my point.
Absolutely.
If the parent scares you, you're not going to do it. But if the parent's willing to listen to what you can see or hear or feel as a child, that's important too.
Absolutely.
So yes. So now, when do you think you realized you were psychic in your own little way?
Janet, I think we should answer that question after a break.
Okay, I would appreciate that. So let's take a break. As soon as we get back, you can answer it for me.
Sounds good.
I believe we're back.
Yes, we are.
And
Hello.
and how are you?
I'm doing great.
That's good to hear. Now, please, I will repeat my question one more time to you. When do you think and or feel when you were younger? How young were you when you realized you had some powers?
Well, I mean, looking back now, I kind of realized that I was probably a lot younger than I think I was. My
Mhm.
spiritual journey started 3 years ago, but I really think it started before that. Like when I was a little kid, I was that kid that was, making potions with all of the soaps and the shampoos in the bathroom, and I would go outside and like pretend like I had a mortar and pestle and would like grind up herbs and stuff like that. So, and Harry Potter was my favorite movie series growing up. So if that doesn't tell you anything.
Oh, I even loved Harry Potter.
Mm, I always had like an inclination towards like the magical, the mystical, the metaphysical. And
Mhm.
being a Virgo with my analytic and observant mind, I want to know everything. So when I
Yeah.
started looking into this stuff, like I obviously believed in magic wholeheartedly, but I
Mhm.
wanted to know like how is it real? How does it work? How can I make it work? And not even that, but once I started with my spiritual journey and kind of my place in the universe was shown to me, it kind of jump started me on this path to enlighten, and
Mhm.
it's been so awesome. Like I've gotten so much knowledge and insight, and I've really, been in touch with my intuition, and it's really been amazing.
And I'm sure that it has been. What does your mom think?
My parents are skeptical. They're raised Catholic. They're, very, very devoted Catholics. And I'm not gonna say anything about their faith because it's their faith, and they believe in that, and I love them with all my heart, but they are not open to anything else.
No, and I understand that. I really do. And that's just like today when we were there, and I told the woman that I did readings if that was something that she was interested in. And her answer back to me is that she was a Catholic. So I said, no more. I am a Catholic. I'm a non-practicing one, but I am an ordained minister in a spiritualist church that does believe in God, or I call him the man. And not everybody understands that. You have to work with it and be around it to believe it. Does that make sense?
Exactly. Like, you can't
Yes.
just, say that something's gonna happen and poof, it happens, like, you have to put your energy into it. You need to put that time and effort and love. You need to put your whole self into something to be able to get what you want out of it.
Yes. And so now I would say to you, what would you recommend for people just getting into spirituality, just starting with it? What would you recommend?
I would definitely recommend, getting some books, figuring out kind of what topics interest you, because there's a lot of different branches when it comes to metaphysical topics. Like,
Mhm.
maybe you're interested in learning about the chakras, or maybe you're interested in learning about crystals or crystal grids, or maybe you wanna start reading tarot cards. But there's a whole tree full of information, and you kinda have to, if you try and learn all of it at once, you're gonna overload yourself and you're not gonna
Yeah.
remember anything. It's gonna be too difficult. So, find what you're interested in and go with that, start with that, become an expert, and then move on to something else. And that way you can kind of build your knowledge with a strong foundation.
Right. And you know what? The one thing is because of COVID last year, because we're shut down in so many different ways to where we can't teach what we know about spirituality or metaphysics. But with Zoom, that can be done now. And I just hope, I'm really, well, I already know, I know after March, things are going to be much, much better. But I hope to get back to where we were, as in teaching classes and Zoom has been a really unique package, I feel. So, because to learn spirituality and to understand it, I think is so very important. I really do. I've got 35 years there, and I love doing my readings because I know that I'm helping people with my words, and that's what's, and and then classes enhance our abilities, and that's really a good thing. So, but let me ask you this: what is your role in all of this?
Well, I feel that my life purpose is to be here to raise consciousness, to spread awareness, to spread light, and to guide people through their own spiritual journey. Even though I am still on my journey, all of us are. I am still a student. I will always consider myself a spiritual student because if I ever think that I've learned everything, then I need to go back and do some work.
Yes, and I hear you. Uh, what do you plan to do with all this knowledge that you now have?
I definitely plan to open up a website, maybe start a podcast, a YouTube channel, or something. My roommate and I, we are kind of working on our own project right now. She's actually launching a website where she does soul realignment readings. She gave me one, and it has really helped me put my life purpose in perspective. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so shout out to Sarah Murray for that. She's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But we're launching a website, so I'll be able to sell my jewelry on there, as well as we'll be able to do blog posts, and we'll be able to upload videos and audio tapes for podcasts. So we'll have all of our stuff there.
Mm-hmm. And that's really good. Now, have you thought to put any of your jewelry on eBay or Etsy or anything like that?
Yes, I am planning on opening up an Etsy shop. I was originally going to do that, kind of soon, but with this website that we're launching, I will be able to sell my jewelry on that website, directly on that website.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably just start off with that for now, and then I will eventually open up an Etsy shop as well, so that
Mm-hmm.
I'll have multiple different platforms, and I'll also have an official
Oh,
Instagram shop as well. So a lot of
mm-hmm.
places to buy my jewelry.
Oh, that'll be nice. I'm happy to hear that, Kristen. I really am because I just find you so knowledgeable with so much. But let me ask you this. There's many different decks of tarot cards, could we say? So, and I know that we have in the shop many different sets. The one I love is Jamie Sam's. To me, I have that. I turn one over of hers every day, and it really, it just comes so true. It's so true. But please explain some of the different kind of decks that you are clear on.
So first of all, I'll explain the difference between tarot decks and oracle decks. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Tarot decks are your standard 78 deck or 78 card deck with the major arcana and the minor arcana. Um, so that one it goes more in depth. It kind of will explain your current life situation and where you are right now, where you need to be, how you can get there, struggles you may be dealing with. It kind of goes deep
Mm-hmm.
into in the reading.
Mm-hmm.
Oracle decks are a little lighter with their meanings. They're good for kind of just getting little tidbits of knowledge or insight, guidance every now and then. Like if say like there's a decision that you're pondering, maybe you pull an oracle card for it, and you get some quick guidance about what you should do. You can also give yourself some longer readings with either of them. But for people starting out, if they want to start reading tarot, I would definitely recommend the Rider Waite deck. That is the standard universal tarot deck, perfect for beginners. It's a really great way to actually like learn all the cards and the different meanings of them. And the guidebook that comes with it is very standard. It's very good. And so it's really good for people just starting out.
Yes, thank you for that because I have the Rider Tarot deck also.
Mhm.
So I have gotten quite used to turning three over every day to
Yeah,
see what kind of day
mhm.
that I'm going to have. And with Jamie Sam's, the Indian deck upstairs, I only turn one over. And I sometimes I can't believe some of what it says. Like my card today was to release. So let go, just let go. Don't worry about it. And I really try hard to uh, not have any expectations, but just to stay in the moment as much as possible. But the one I had yesterday was quick response, a quick response. And I really had to look at that card. But when I got through with my day yesterday, the way that I jumped on every situation and resolved them told me I did a quick response to what was going on with my day. So I really believe they're so true. I do. I love the tarot deck. I really do. So and then the other thing is I the books that are there, the ones that can tell you about not only just the tarot cards, but to tell you about yoga, to tell you uh, many different things and how to start out to learn about it. So give me a couple more ideas on the small books that are sitting back. I know one is yoga. What are the couple of the other ones?
Oh yeah, they're called the Little Bit books. So
Mm-hmm.
there's several of them. There's like a little bit of tarot, a little bit of yoga, like you said, a little bit of pendulums, a little bit of auras, a little bit of chakras, a little bit of crystals, a little bit of
Yes.
everything.
Yes. Okay. Now, speaking of that, talk about our what did you just say?
The
The
pendulum.
yes, the pendulums.
Pendulums.
We answered a question today for you with the pendulum.
Yes, you did. I recently lost my key at work, but guide Blue Feather for some insight for me. So some
Mhm.
clarification on that matter, which was very helpful. Thank you for that, and thank you to Blue Feather.
Yes, and with it with them you can get from the pendulum an answer, but sometimes you need to really be you, aware of the fact that if you yourself are asking a question, sometimes that pendulum is going to answer you the way that you want it to answer you, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. Because the pendulum is influenced by the micro movements in our arm. We
Mhm.
are moving the pendulum. It's not the pendulum by itself that has all the answers. It's us, it's our subconscious. Because all of the answers of the universe are within us, are within our soul,
Mhm.
because that's what we come from. So when we're asking the pendulum questions, it's giving us answers that we already know. But because we also are connected with our conscious mind, our ego, it can sometimes get in the way if we are overly emotional or out of balance.
That was a good answer, girl. I like that. I like that. I did, and I have stopped using the pendulum unless it's for like a health issue. Or if I'm in the store, I could take it out and say, is this good for me? And I know that I would get a good answer.
Mhm.
So I'm very cautious when it comes to the pendulum, but I love them. So, but I want to say to you, Kristen, thank you so much for being here tonight. We're getting close to shutdown. So, let everybody once more know your email and how to get a hold of you and all of that good stuff.
All right. Well, once again, my name is Kristen Silck. I'm the manager at the Bodhi Tree at the Citrus Park Plaza. My email is down below here, kristen at bodhitree.rocks. That's also our website, www.bodhitree.rocks. We also have an online shop. You can check it out. And if you want to look at my Instagram, that is also down here. It's sparkle_and silk. So you can check that out if you want to see some of my wire wrap jewelry.
Oh, there you go, girl. Well, I want to thank you very much for being here tonight. I really, really enjoyed it. And I want to thank everybody for listening. Uh, Insight with Blue Feather. And I am definitely a psychic and medium, and you can get a hold of me on www.bluefeather.net. That's my webpage. Or if you have a question for me, you can get me at Janet. My email is janet@bluefeather.net. So, everyone, thank you very much. I really enjoyed. Now, what we have to do is wait for Cece.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're more than welcome, Kristen. I really enjoyed it, girl.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
What a great show. Absolutely fabulous. I learned a great deal about, the crystals. I didn't know that. And I didn't know about the tarot cards, that they're different ones. How interesting. So, yeah, very, very enlightening. And I hope you'll come back again and share some more information with us. We would love that.
Oh, I would love to. I had so much fun.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kristen.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Janet shares so much with us each time she's on, and it's amazing. And then when she has these wonderful guests like yourself, it's really super. And it's nice seeing that you are, looking at all of this in a very positive way. So that's pretty awesome.
I know. And she's so young, Cece.
I know.
Don't
remind me.
Yes. I love talking with her at when I go into the Bodhi tree, because her views and my views, it's just really, it's beautiful just to listen to different aspects of things, how I see it versus how she sees it. So I find it all very interesting.
Yeah,
I'm blushing.
But it's very nice,
good.
and the way you explain it too is very great, Kristen. So you're really wonderful, and your jewelry is beautiful. I actually went on your Instagram and looked at everything, and I thought it was gorgeous. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing some more of that. I might even like to get a piece myself. So
Absolutely.
yes, definitely. So everyone, just go to her Instagram account, which is sparkle_and then it's S and underscore again, and then SILCK. So I'm going to say this again for those of you when we go into our audio part. It's sparkle, SPARKLE underscore AND_SILCK. And then her email, if you'd like to reach her, it's KRISTEN at BODHITREE.ROCKS. So we've got it. So make sure you guys contact her. Want to do a little plug for Janet, because I know I don't think she plugs herself enough. But again, her website is bluefeather.net. Janet is a medium, and she's been doing this for years. She's a reverend. She really knows her stuff. And so if you're looking at, now we're here in 2021, and we've got a lot of things shifting, a lot of things going on. If you're thinking to yourself, I'd like to kind of know what's going on within me and where I kind of progress in the future, I think give Janet a call. She does readings, and she'll do them, any way that you need to have them done. She can get through on the phone, or she can, through Zoom. Through Zoom now. So, which is a wonderful platform. So don't hesitate to give her a call. And her phone number is 813-814-1601. So just call her and make sure that you do that. And if you come on our show, if you'd like to come on, we do when we do the live show, we do have comments. She'll give you a little free reading right live right here on our platform. So when she's back, she's a bi-weekly show, so she won't be here next Thursday, but the Thursday after that at 8 p.m. So
thank you.
We love you, and she gives me readings all the time. And the other thing is, she calls me. It's like out of the blue, she called me. Hey, I've got to talk to you. So she knows her stuff. She knows when things are happening and things like that. So don't hesitate. If you're looking to really try to figure out what's going on in your life and how you want to progress, or if you're making a decision and you're not quite sure what way to go. She does everything in the now. And so what better way to find out how maybe you should go? Because as Kristen said, we all kind of have the answers, right? Sometimes we kind of need them pulled out of us a little bit. We need to kind of understand a little bit more what's going on. We've got a comment here. Let's see if we can put it up. Give me a reading. Well, we'd love to give you a reading. Unfortunately, it's the end of the show. So this, we would love to give you a reading. But if you tune back in again, here's another one. Oh, how I wish. Absolutely. We would love to be able to give you a reading. So bi-weekly show. So not this coming Thursday, but next Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Janet will be on. If you want to come on, she'll give you a few minutes for free. And then, of course, if you want to get more into the deep of everything, then you can arrange at another time to talk to her. But Kristen, I just love you. And I hope that you will think about coming on again and sharing some more information with us. We would love to be able to have you here. And Janet, you bring such wonderful guests. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, girl. And I'll give Kristen your phone number.
Yes, absolutely.
We
love Blue Feather. So thank you, Blue Feather, for joining us tonight. We know that you guide us here each and every time we're here. So we thank you. So Kristen, thank you so much. You guys want to say anything else in closing?
No, but thank you. I enjoy.
Okay, well, we'll say good night. Everyone, you're listening to WGSN-DB Going Solo Network. We're a radio, TV, and podcast station. We are the #1 internet talk network for singles. And so we hope that you enjoy this show and many shows that we have here on our platform. Our website is right there, goingsolomedia.com. You can find all of our information right there and all the other ways that we connect with singles. So we hope that you'll enjoy that. And we have a lot of freebie things then that you would enjoy. Each one of our hosts gives constantly to those around them. So we want to extend that to you. So again, this is the Insight with Blue Feather show. Our wonderful host, Reverend Janet M. Reynolds. Again, she's a psychic medium, and her website is bluefeather.net. So we'll catch you next time. Thank Kristen for being on the show.
Thanks, Kristen.
Thank you.
Bye for now.